Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining. We'll get started here in just a couple minutes. While we're waiting, open up the chat and let's confirm that it's working. Zoom just updated 10 minutes before opening this, so that's always scary that something changed. So if you could shoot something into the chat and make sure it's working, then we'd be all set. I don't see anything in the chat. That's somewhat concerning. I hope Zoom hasn't changed anything on me since we did this last. Um, if there is a problem, if you're trying to type and it's not working, hit that raised hand button. That'll maybe know that we got a problem. I'll see if I can quickly fix it. Oh, great, Susanna. Thank you for letting me know. Glad to have you here. Whew, it's always scary when Zoom updates something that they break something on us. So awesome. We'll get started here in just a second. I'm glad everything is working. Let me just share my screen here. That's the one there. All right. So let me know where you're calling in from now that we confirmed that the chat's working. I'm in central Canada. I'm just north of Winnipeg here. So if you're not familiar with Canada, that's about halfway between Vancouver and Toronto. I'm right in the center of Canada, the coldest part of Canada, but we're enjoying our short summer right now. So that's good. And it's 10 o'clock, so we'll start right on time. Usually a few more people join the call as we go here, but they can catch up just as we're going here. So hopefully you can see my screen, because today we're going to talk about how to launch your high quality course in less than a week with the help of AI, even if you're not tech savvy, and you're about to make your first online course sale by this time next week. So this discussion is meant to be interactive. If you have any questions, shoot them in the chat. We'll have a Q&A at the end as well. I want to get your questions answered, so feel free at any time to shoot something into the chat and we'll get your questions answered. Now, I've been launching online courses for several years. My name is Paul Turner, and I'm an electrical engineer, and I've been working on some pretty cool projects in my past corporate career building satellites and rockets for the Canadian Space Agency, building multi-billion-dollar power generation and transmission projects in remote locations, and I've also recently been expanding a wastewater treatment plant not too far away from here. And while working on these projects, one thing I got very good at was taking a complex engineering topic and explaining it to others in a way that was easy for them to understand while I was working on these projects, even if they didn't have a technical background. And I thought, I can help others with the project knowledge that I have to help them understand these complex topics too. So that's what I did. I discovered online courses in 2018, and that's when I launched my first course. I built my own company and left the corporate world and launched my first online course in 2018 to teach people a complex engineering topic. It's called commissioning. I'm sure you've never heard of it. The details don't really matter, but if you're interested, you can check out my site at commissioningandstartup.com if you want to see what I've been up to for the last little while. Since 2018, I've helped people all over the world learn and understand commissioning with my online courses. I've worked with some of the biggest companies in the world, helping their project teams understand commissioning and saving them millions of dollars with the information that I've given them. It's been a great experience, and I've met some really wonderful people over the years and had some amazing discussions. And there really is no better feeling than waking up in the morning and seeing course sales on your phone from people in countries that I've never even heard of, that found me on LinkedIn or found my website and submitted an application and enrolled in one of my courses. The power of the internet, the power of social media is really pretty incredible to get that kind of reach. And you can do the same with the knowledge that you have as well, helping others solve their problems based on the knowledge that you have. So can you see on the screen the sales that I've been making, how life-changing this would be for you as well? The people that have joined my programs have absolutely been thrilled. Their feedback has been over the top positive, and they're super excited to join my programs and get the expert knowledge that they need to help them with their projects. And they're so thankful to be able to understand a complex topic like commissioning, and that I've been able to make it easy for them to finally understand. And now, with the help of AI in the last couple of years, what used to take me months to create and launch an online course can now be done in less than a week. And I'm going to show you how to do this today so you can launch your course in less than a week as well and start making sales in less than a week. So wouldn't that be cool? Aren't you glad that you joined me today so that you can get your course launched in less than a week? Now, just to be clear though, this is not for you if you're looking for a get rich quick scheme. That's certainly what this is. We all know that if you want to reach your dreams, then you're going to have to put in the work to get there, right? There's no magic formula that I'm aware of to turn your laptop into an ATM that spits out cash. It would be nice if there was, but I just haven't been able to find that. It doesn't exist. But if you're willing to put in the effort over the next week and share your knowledge with the world, then the online course business model is truly the best business model that currently exists. I can't think of a better one. It's got low overhead, it's got huge margins, and your business is very scalable. And AI makes it easier than it's ever been to launch and scale your online course. And the reality is, you only need one course to be insanely profitable, because if you can make $1 online, then you can make $1 million online. There's really nothing stopping you with the reach of the internet. And it starts right here to launch your first course. In 1 week from now, you can be in business with your new online course. How's that sound? Does that sound good? With the online business model, you can literally make sales while you sleep. You can truly help real people solve real problems in their lives, and you get control of your life, how you want to spend your time, and who you want to spend it with. The online course business model is currently the best business model on the internet, hands down, and you'll hear that from a lot of people. That's why the online training business is booming. You won't find a better business model. I'm going to show you the ingredients today that go into creating and launching your first online course. And we're going to get AI to do most of the work for you. And I've made it super simple for you to do, even if you're not tech savvy. And at the end of this presentation, if you'd like some more help implementing everything that we discuss, I'll show you how you can get some of our help to launch your courses within the next 7 days, so you can make your first sale by next Friday of next week. That's pretty cool. AI makes it super easy to launch your course in a week. How does that sound? So first thing when I give this presentation is, a lot of people want to know is, just tell me what to do. How can I start making money now? And I'm going to show you how to do that, but there's a little bit more to it than that. So first, let's address the problems of what not to do before we talk about what to do to launch your profitable and scalable course. Some of my first online courses were an absolute failure because nobody explained to me what actually goes into a profitable and scalable online course. I had to figure it out on my own with lots of trial and error and lots of expensive mistakes. And what I found is that there are 3 common mistakes that a lot of course creators make that make it much more difficult to actually sell their course later, because it's not true that if you build it, they will come. There is no field of dreams with online courses. Selling information products is much different than selling physical products. You don't just go to Amazon and purchase a course. And if you can avoid these 3 mistakes, you'll have much more success with your online course. So what are these 3 mistakes? The first mistake is that there's no demand for the problem that you solve. Nobody wants what you're offering, right? We need to be focusing on solving real problems for people. We've been told as entrepreneurs to identify a problem, then create a solution to that problem, and then sell the solution. But this isn't always true. You may have been told to follow your passion, but passion will only get you so far as well, because if you're passionate about solving a problem that very few others are interested in solving, then you're going to have a hard time finding people to sell your solution to, and you're not going to have much success with your online course. You see, we don't want to try to create demand. That's a very tough game to play. And I'm sure you don't want to be an expert at sales. We want to make this as easy as possible on ourselves, which means you need to pick a course topic that people are already searching for. What we want to do is put our offer in front of an already existing stream of demand and channel that demand towards our irresistible offer that basically sells itself. And I'll show you how to do this with the help of AI. I've been down that road of not knowing that I had a bad offer, and it's no fun at all. I struggled for months, and I'll help you avoid this dead end and make sure you're on the right path to success from the beginning before you even create your course. Because it's exactly like Stephen Covey says in his book, 7 Habits of Highly Successful People. Habit number 2 is begin with the end in mind, right? And what is the end game with online courses? Well, we want to help as many people as we can, but we also need to be profitable and we want to make piles of cash with our courses too, right? So the decisions you make in the beginning will determine how successful your course is in the end. And I'm going to show you how to get your course going in the right direction before you even start. So mistake number 2 is getting bogged down with the tech. Now, the tech is easy for me as an engineer, but I see a lot of people, other people that are building their courses who are not tech savvy at all. And they don't want to be tech savvy. They've thought about creating a course for years, but they just don't know where to start. So they can get their online course launched without having to get bogged down with any of the tech mumbo jumbo stuff. So the great thing about AI is that it makes all the tech issues go away. AI gives you a plug and play solution to create your high quality course exactly how you want it, customized for your customers' needs without having to understand any of the tech stuff, while also allowing you to add your personality and your expertise that people are looking for so that you can deliver an amazing course to your customers. The barrier to entry to creating online courses, it keeps getting lower and lower, right? Which is why you want to get your course launched now before everyone and their dog has a course online and there's just way more competition, right? Because it's getting easier and easier to create online courses. So I've got all the AI tools you need to make the tech aspects of your online course a piece of cake. And once you get everything in place, it gets even easier for you to create your next course, your second course, your third course, once you have this all in place, which pretty much guarantees your success selling your course when you can iterate like that as you refine your course to match exactly what your audience wants and what they're already looking for. Unfortunately, when course creators get stuck due to a tech problem, it prevents people from getting their expertise out to the world, which is a complete shame because as humans, we're meant to share and learn and collaborate and help each other grow and succeed. But when a tech issue gets in the way, it just stifles any type of collaboration and sharing, which is not good for anyone, not good for you and your online business, and not good for society and the world, as communication is just limited and stifled and people aren't able to share. The internet and particularly social media provides us this incredible communication tool to reach as many people as we want all over the world. And we can't let tech issues hold us back from sharing and growing and helping the world become a better place with the information that we can share. So don't worry though, I've got all the tech issues taken care of for you. So there's no barriers to you getting your genius out to the world. So mistake number 3 is getting stuck with monthly expenses. I see this a lot now. When you're just starting out with your online course, you absolutely do not want any monthly expenses. It just kills your profitability and kills your motivation because it just becomes mentally draining. If you're just trying to sell your course to cover a few $100s of monthly software costs before you can even make a profit, well, that's pretty demoralizing and it's pretty tough to get ahead. We want to avoid any recurring monthly costs when you start selling your course. So you have at least some breathing room as you're getting started and can start figuring out this online course sales world. And I'm sure you can agree that no monthly expenses when you're just getting started is a good idea, right? Keep overhead low for sure. Otherwise, you just end up on the hamster wheel, just trying to cover your monthly costs. And I've been there. It's no fun at all when if you're not making sales and you're paying for software, you end up losing money. So all the software that you use to build your online course must be absolutely free and not just like a 14-day trial. I mean, like free forever until you reach a certain level of sales. Only once you're making consistent monthly sales of, say, a few $1,000s, does it make sense to start paying for software. But until then, you do not want any monthly recurring expenses. I've seen others trying to help people create their online courses only to sell them into their platform at the end, or try to sell them into an affiliate link, and that's just not cool. All of the software that we use to build our courses has a free forever plan so that you can avoid all the monthly recurring expenses that others are trying to get you to pay, so you can focus on making money with your course instead. There is no need for monthly expenses when you're just getting started out. Do you agree? All right, so these are the 3 common mistakes that I see a lot of people making with their online courses. Not doing the proper market research to confirm there is demand for their course before creating it, getting defeated by the technical aspects of launching their course, and getting stuck with monthly expenses, which causes them to lose money rather than actually make money. So once you get past these 3 issues and get started in the right direction right from the beginning, creating our online course becomes so much easier, especially when we use AI to do a lot of the work for us. When course creators make one or more of these 3 common mistakes, it just kills their hopes and dreams of getting their course out to the world. And it's a very frustrating experience. This is what we refer to as the wishful course creator. Someday, one day, right? They've thought about creating a course maybe for a year or 2 now, or maybe even longer, but it's never actually gotten done. It's easy to avoid these 3 mistakes, and I'm going to show you how with the help of AI, so you can get your profitable and scalable course launched within 1 week from today. So any questions so far? Is this making sense? Let me know in the chat if there's anything you want to know, any questions you have before we move on to the next section here of what are the ingredients that actually go into a profitable and scalable course. Great. And the people that have just joined, at any point, shoot a question into the chat. I've got the chat window up here. I'll watch for your questions. And is this live or pre-recorded? Susan is asking. I'll respond to your question, Susan, and tell you that it's live, not pre-recorded. So yeah, if you just joined, you can shoot questions into the chat. I'll answer your questions. We'll have a Q&A at the end as well. You can ask some questions. I'll make sure you got everything answered. Good question though, Susan. All right. Let's talk about the 8 ingredients that go into creating your profitable and scalable online course. We'll go through each one of these in more detail in the next few slides. Tony Robbins makes his meetings appear live, but they are not. I know a lot of people do that. Amy Porterfield does that too, but you lose that authentic experience, right? And you lose that engagement. So I do this live, and it's lots of fun to have people join. I'll tell you more about the live workshop that we do next week too, to help people with this as well. So what are the ingredients that go into your profitable and scalable course? Of course, your customer. Our goal is to get the right offer in front of the right person, right? So you need to understand your customer avatar's deepest desires even better than they understand themselves. Your niche, of course, that's important. You need to choose a profitable niche with an already existing stream of demand. Your landing page, this is important. You need a high converting landing page that entices your customer to engage with your content as they get to know, like, and trust you. Equally as important as your lead magnet, right? This is what we're using to get people to know, like, and trust us. And you need an irresistible lead magnet that gives your customers big, fast value right from the beginning, right away. Your email sequence. A lot of people say email is dead, but that's absolutely not true. Building your email list is one of the most important things. So you need an engaging email list and persuasive emails that helps your customers as well get to know, like, and trust you in a short amount of time so they can be ready to make a purchasing decision. Your offer. This is probably the most important element that goes into creating your profitable course. And I see a lot of people get this wrong. You need an irresistible offer that is easy to sell, that basically sells itself. We don't want to make this difficult on ourselves, but when we get an offer that's easy to sell, that's irresistible, then we don't have to go through that whole sales process is we just provide people with so much value that it's something that they actually want, and it's an easy purchasing decision. So with this goes, of course, your checkout page and your payment processor. We need to get all that set up, and I can show you how to do that too. Your course outline. This is, of course, very important because you need a compelling course outline that gives your customers the transformation that they're looking for in the most efficient manner. You just don't want to dump everything in a course. We want to develop high quality, efficient courses that deliver on the promise of the transformation that you're providing your customers. And of course, your course content. You need high quality content that is easy for your customers to follow. And most importantly for you, we don't want to get into a whole bunch of video editing and learning new video editing software. So we do this all with no video editing required to make it much easier so that we can actually get our courses launched in a week. When you have each of these ingredients that are listed on the screen here to make your online course, you can make sales while you sleep. It's actually pretty cool. Everything is automated. All these ingredients are linked together in an automated funnel, and your customers can purchase entirely on their own. So your workload becomes a lot less with the automation that we set up here, and you're finally able to get your message out to the world and start making a real impact. However, when you're missing one or more of these ingredients, your course just won't sell. Remember, selling an information product is much different than selling a physical product, and you won't have engaging content. Your customers just won't get to know, like, and trust you in order to make a buying decision. Or you might end up creating more work for yourself if you just don't have all this automated. I see a lot of people try and put this together manually and keep track of it on a day-to-day basis, and that's a nightmare. You want this all to work on its own. You can get all of this set up in a week, and you can get AI to do a lot of the work for you. So let's go through in the next few slides exactly how to do that. So let's start with your customer avatar research. ChatGPT is a huge help for that. I'll post a link in the chat here. This link can help you do your customer avatar research, and you can use this tool to do that, to get some real deep insight into your customers' behaviors, their wants, their desires, their needs, so that you can create essentially an offer to match exactly what they're looking for and meets their exact needs. And this is important because if your offer doesn't match what your customers actually want and need to their deepest desires, then you're going to have a tough time selling it. So this is a good tool to help you with some of that. ChatGPT was essentially designed for this because it was trained on the entire history of human psychology from the last 30 years of everything that we've put on the internet, right? So it makes it perfect for learning about your customers' wants and their desires. It's almost like when they set out to make ChatGPT several years ago that they made it for online marketing because it's so helpful. The tool I've given you, it's super simple to use. There's a little video in there that shows you what to do. And all you have to do is just copy and paste the prompts into ChatGPT and you'll get some amazing results. So definitely check that out because this will help you get the right offer in front of the right people to make it much easier to sell your course. The next tool we use is our niche validator. Remember, we don't want to try to create demand for your offer. We want to put your offer in front of an already existing stream of demand, and this tool will help you do that. The data to verify your niche, it's all publicly available if you know where to look, and we use data from Google Trends. We use data from Facebook Ads Library to validate your niche and a few other locations. So if you need any help validating your niche, I'll post this link in the chat. And that's a super helpful tool to get some research on your niche before you spend time creating your course to make sure that there's demand for what you're going to be putting together. What this tool essentially does is give you confidence that you're pursuing a profitable and scalable online course before spending a bunch of time creating it and then finding out, oh, nobody wants what I'm putting together. This tool, again, it's super easy, just cut and paste. There's a little video that shows you exactly what to do, and you'll be able to confirm you've got a profitable and scalable course idea. Now, maybe some people are still earlier on their course journey. Maybe they're on the fence between a few ideas, or they're not sure exactly what course topic to create. So here's another helpful tool that I've used in the past as well. This is essentially an idea generator. So based on the knowledge you already have, your experiences, when you put this all together in the little tool that I've given you there, you can get a lot of good brainstorming to maybe give you some ideas of what could be a profitable and scalable course idea. So if you're very early in your course journey and you want to check out some ideas that might be a good fit for your skill sets, that's a super helpful tool to use as well. All right, so definitely grab those links in the chat there. Okay, so when we're building our courses, we're going to need a high converting landing page to get our leads to sign up for our lead magnet. The software we use for this is ConvertKit. I like ConvertKit because it's free forever for your first 10,000 leads. And because it also has landing pages included, so you don't need to purchase any additional software. It has all the automation built in to link everything together. So ConvertKit is perfect to start. I've been using it for years. It's great. When you're just getting started out, you don't need a website yet. That can come much later. It's not required when you're just getting started, and it's just another expense and another hassle to worry about. In fact, a lot of people never even have a website. They get started with the tools that I'm showing you here, and you can be making sales without a website. So I would leave a website till later and focus on getting your knowledge out and getting some sales before you want to go down that path. So with ConvertKit's landing page builder, that's all you really need to get high quality leads engaged with your content. And the best part is we use AI to write your landing page copy. And ChatGPT does a pretty amazing job at this. It writes way better copy than I do. The example on the screen, if you look at that, the top green arrow is landing page copy that I wrote, and it's getting a 20% conversion rate. That's not bad. It's on the lower end of decent, but that's okay, even though it's small data. The second arrow points to those two conversion rates. This is landing page copy written by ChatGPT, which increased my conversion rate to 33% and 42%. And I was actually absolutely blown away when I saw this, because this is pretty incredible that ChatGPT can double my conversion rates for me. It's too small to read. Okay. Which piece is too small to read? Is the percentages to read? It looks fairly big on my screen. How about everybody else? Is everybody else having trouble reading that? I can try and make it a bit bigger, but maybe I hit the wrong key here, did something wrong. Let me know if others. Okay, yeah. You'll get a copy of this replay too, Ria, at the end. So you can maybe zoom into it afterwards and check it out. Yeah. Don't worry about the small numbers there, because this is actually small data. But the important parts are the conversion rates there too. Even though it was small data, it was enough of a signal to know that my landing page copy was no good, and I used ChatGPTs to write me better copy. So I don't even try and write my own landing page copy anymore, because I know that ChatGPT can do a much better job than I can. So you don't need to hire a copywriter. You don't even need to be a great copywriter yourself, because the prompts that we use, ChatGPT writes your high converting landing page copy for you to get you the highest number of engaged leads. It's actually pretty amazing. So is there any questions? Did I get all your questions answered in the chat? Is this making sense, what we're going through here? When I go through this, it's actually pretty incredible. And it's impressive how well ChatGPT can write high conversion copy. When I show this to the people that are in our workshop each week, they're just amazed by the results that they get from ChatGPT. So you're also going to need an irresistible lead magnet, and not just any old boring PDF that nobody actually really wants. The key to a great lead magnet is that it must be something that your ideal customers actually want, that solves a real problem for them and gives them a big, fast win with big, fast value right away. Essentially, when you give them that lead magnet, we're going to solve a problem for them, and we're going to use that lead magnet to reveal what their next problem is, which is the bigger problem that you help them solve. So how do we find out what they want? That's in our customer avatar research in the prompt that I gave you earlier. We find out exactly the ideal format that your audience likes to consume information, and we find out exactly what they're already searching for, and then we give it to them for free. And that's the method on how you can get engaged leads when you put this together in that way. So during this week's workshop, when we were going through it, we've been having a great time with George this week. He's 76 years old and he's building a course on e-commerce. It's been lots of fun. But when he went through this, he got 5 ideas for his lead magnet from ChatGPT, and his comment was that all 5 were perfect, and he couldn't even choose which one of the 5 he thought might be better than the other because he thought all 5 of them were fantastic. So it's a great problem to have, because what he'll do is create probably all 5 of those lead magnets, and he can test each one of them. So if he puts out the first one and gets great engagement, that's awesome. But if he doesn't get the engagement he's expecting, he's got 4 other ideas that he can test and engage his audience to get leads for his e-commerce course. It's been lots of fun talking to him this week. So it's easy to test multiple lead magnets, because when we've got these ideas, we can get ChatGPT to even write a lot of these lead magnets for us. So we can create multiple ones. We can test multiple lead magnets, which saves a bunch of time. And this is the reason that we can get this all done in a week. So you'll never run out of leads when you use ChatGPT to build your ideal lead magnets for testing to your audience. We need a persuasive email sequence to nurture our leads. And again, we use ConvertKit for this, which is free forever for your first 10,000 leads. Okay, I thought I saw something on the chat there. Nope, we're all good. Essentially, what your email sequence is going to do is it's going to nurture your leads and direct them to your sales page. And people buying info products, they do require some nurturing, right? It's very different than selling physical products. So that's why we're setting it up this way, because it's very rare that someone's going to visit your sales page and purchase your course on the first visit. They need to get to know, like, and trust you over time to make sure that you're the expert that can actually help them solve their problem. And this is done with engaging lead magnets, and we just create big, fast value for them that solves their problem and shows them that you can help them solve their problems that they're looking to solve. ChatGPT is a big help here as well, because your emails and your lead magnets, they're really only useful if people actually open them and read them, right? So we get ChatGPT to write attention-grabbing subject lines that get your customers to actually open and read your engaging emails and your engaging lead magnets. Again, you don't need to be an amazing copywriter anymore. The prompts we use to generate high converting copy them for everything that you need for your landing page, your lead magnets, and everything. So you can actually focus on providing the expertise that you know and the value to your customers, rather than trying to learn to become an amazing copywriter. So one of the most important aspects of all of this is your irresistible offer. The goal, of course, is to get the right offer in front of the right person. And when you do, then selling becomes so much easier. ChatGPT helps us create the ideal offer that your customers are already searching for, an irresistible offer so good that your customers would feel stupid saying no, right? I'm sure you've heard that expression. It's all over the internet, but it's true. That's actually what you need to do, is provide tons of value that just make it an easy buying decision. And that's how you have a lot of success online, is when you craft your irresistible offer correctly, and we get ChatGPT to help us with that. So when you put this offer in front of the right person, there's really no reason to sell. Your course sells itself because it's something that people already want in front of an already existing stream of demand. And AI helps you create your irresistible offer so that there's no guesswork in what you're putting together. I see lots of course creators, unfortunately, overlook the importance of their offer. And this was me when I was first starting out as well. I struggled for a long time until I realized how to properly structure an offer, and I was able to get it fixed properly. But with ChatGPT now, in the last couple of years, you can create your irresistible offer right from the start. So selling your course becomes so much easier. With your offer, of course, you'll need a high converting sales page, your checkout page, and your payment processor. The software we use for this is Thinkific because Thinkific has a free forever plan and it has a payment processor already built in, and it's pretty easy to use, easy for you to use, and easy for your students to use as well. The prompts we use for ChatGPT, they write all of your high converting sales page copy for you, so you're able to get the right people to enroll in your course. Your course outline, your highly engaging course outline is important in order to get your students the transformation they're looking for. You don't want your course to be too long and boring. And that was my problem in the beginning too, is I just dumped all my information in there and it was just way too much. People actually couldn't complete it and get the transformation they were looking for. You want your course outline to be concise and to the point. Your course needs to get your students the results that you're promising them with minimum effort required, right? Everybody wants minimum effort, maximum results, and you need to structure your course accordingly so that you can do this, and so that when people go through your course, you have a long list of raving reviews from your happy customers. ChatGPT, again, structures your course outline for you too, so you know exactly what to create. There's no extra fluff or nonsense or anything that confuses your students, because we've got a clear and concise course outline that produces results that your students are looking for. So it's much easier to get ChatGPT to write this for you than staring at a blank sheet of paper and wondering what to create for your course outline. Have you ever had to do that? Been staring at a blank Word document and how are you going to structure this? It's so much easier when you use ChatGPT to get you 80, 90% of the way there, and then you can update it as required to add your expertise. And I've started with a blank sheet of paper, and by the end of your course, it looks nothing like what you started with. It just goes in circles. So the prompts we use to create our courses are a huge time saver. And lastly, you need your high quality course content, of course, in a learning management system that's easy for you to use and easy for your students to use. Again, we use Thinkific for this since it has a free forever plan, and also because it has a payment processor already integrated. So it's easy to use and connect with other software. I have existing books, including outlines to use as a starting point for content. That's the best outcome for sure. Yeah. If you use Thinkific or ChatGPT to write your course outline, those are just suggestions. But when you've got your expertise and you know how to structure the course, that's ideally what we want, is the expert to take what AI is giving us as suggestions and put your expertise on top of it to make it exactly how you want it to be. So that's absolutely the right approach. When we're creating our course content, one thing to keep in mind is your customers want to see you. They want to learn from you as the expert, right? They want to learn from your personal experiences and your personal expertise. And this is where you can add your personality, is in the course content that you generate. This is not where you want to use AI. Your students don't want to learn from an AI system, even though there's lots of AI software out there that can create your course content for you. I don't recommend that you do that. People are purchasing your course to learn from you. And it's one of the reasons that the course industry is booming, is because people are looking for more authentic experiences in a world that is full of misinformation, right? So give your students a truly engaging experience with the best version of yourself. And this is how you can do it, is there's two types of course content that you can choose to create, right? Maybe you have a presentation or a screen share, a set of slides that you want to present and record, and there's easy tools to do that require no video editing. Or maybe you have a live action recording where you're demonstrating an activity, maybe a fitness instructor, 10 minutes on the mat giving instruction, or you're giving instructions on a whiteboard. Those are typically the two types of content that you would create for your course content. And both of these are easily recorded by yourself with simple tools that makes recording effortless. And we do not want to get into any video editing. We don't have time for that. We want to get our course launched in a week. So the prompts we use to create a course outline get ChatGPT essentially to structure your course into small bite-sized pieces for two reasons. One is that it's easy for your students to learn. Nobody wants to sit through an hour and a half or 2 hour long lesson. Everybody's wants like a 10-minute, 20-minute short bite-sized piece that they can go through, learn the concepts, get what expertise you're providing them, and then move on to the next video. And second, we don't want long videos because short videos don't require any video editing. We don't want to get into that video editing stuff. Rather than spending an hour editing a 5-minute video, we just re-record it in 5 minutes and we're done. That way you don't have to learn any complex video editing software, and you don't have to pay someone else to edit your videos too. So it makes it much easier when you can skip that whole video editing process, because we want to make this as easy and as fast as possible so you can avoid video editing, because I'm sure you don't want to learn another piece of software or additional expenses to pay someone to edit your videos, right? All of this gets integrated and linked together in an automated funnel, so people can purchase your course anytime, even while you're asleep in the middle of the night at 2 a.m. Everything's there and people can get the information they need and make a course purchase. So this is the funnel that gets created. All the software to create this is free to get started. So ConvertKit is free, Thinkific is free, ChatGPT is free. There's no reason to get the paid version if you don't want to. And we also use Canva for creating your lead magnets and your bonuses, which you can use for free as well. So you don't get stuck with any monthly fees when you're just getting started out, because you don't want that when you're just getting started out with online courses, which is why we recommend this no-cost tech solution to create your online course. I'm sure you can agree that when you're just starting out, a no-cost automated system to sell your course in your sleep sounds like a much better idea, right? Okay. So these are the ingredients that go into your profitable and scalable online course. And using AI is the most efficient method to complete everything we've discussed today in less than a week. Does this sound like a good idea to get your high quality course launched in the next 7 days? Who wants to get their course launched in the next 7 days rather than this dragging this out for a few months? What I've shown you today is the most efficient way to build your online course business in less than a week. If you want to avoid getting bogged down with all the tech, you want to avoid getting stuck with recurring monthly fees, if you want to avoid creating a course that nobody wants in the end, or if you want to avoid delaying your online course launch anymore, if you've maybe thought about it for a few years, you really need to consider how much is it costing you by continuing to delay your course launch? Is it costing you $100 per day? Is it costing you $10,000 per month on missed sales by not having your course launched? So if you want to get your course launched in less than a week, you want to get AI to do most of the work for you. If you want to get your message out to the world and start helping people sooner rather than later, and you want to get an automated system that sells your course while you sleep, then there's a choice that you can make here. You can take what I've shown you here today and you can launch on your own, and you can spend the next few months creating your course. And this is a totally legitimate way to go. This is what I did several years ago, and I eventually figured it out and launched my first online course with with a few mistakes. And you can do the same for the next few months as well, or even years if you've been thinking about your course for a while to get this all figured out. You can think about it a bit longer, and you can keep wishing and dreaming of the online course that you want to create. Or you can keep watching from the sidelines at everyone else's online success while you're still thinking about the course that you want to create, right? Lizbeth, can you go back to the funnel? Yeah, let's go back there for just a second. So one thing, I will give you the replay here as well. So you can watch this replay. You can check out any of the slides. You can study this funnel in more detail to make sure that's everything there so that you don't get anything missed. But grab a screenshot of that for now if you want. You can see what that funnel looks like. I have a lot of content to put into courses, need to get them all up and going. Absolutely, yep. And that's why we want to make this fast and easy for people to get their course content created and out to the world, because it used to take a long time, but with the help of AI, we can get this done a lot quicker. So we were right here, and I guess that's your first choice. The second option is we can work together to get your course launched next week. You can get your first course sale by next weekend and get AI to do most of the work for you. You can get your online course business set up for success right away and finally get in the game with your course so that you can start selling online. So how does this sound? Does option number 2 sound like an easier and faster approach to getting your course launched so that you can start selling your course sooner rather than later, to be able to start selling it in the next week rather than the next few months? If option number 2 sounds like the better approach, then I want to introduce you to our Course Launch AI programs. This is the easiest and fastest method to launch your course in less than a week with the help of AI. We've got 3 different options to help you get your course launched, and I'll explain each one of them for you in just a second. When you join one of our Course Launch AI programs, you're able to get your course launched by the end of next week, and you have a high quality course that's ready to sell. You're in business with your online course. There's no more delays, and you can finally get it done fast and high quality. This is by far the most efficient method to create and launch your online course business, and you can get it all done in less than a week. It does not have to be this long, drawn out 6-week or 6-month process to launch a course that you may see a lot of other people trying to sell online. We make it easy and fast because we get AI to do most of the work for you, even if you're not tech savvy and even if you have no technical skills. It's super simple how we've set it up. It's really painful for me to see people who join these $10,000 coaching programs and then struggle to even complete them because there's just so much information and so much fluff and so much work to do. And besides, they're teaching old methods from 2 years ago before AI was released. A lot of these programs are trying to sell you into their monthly subscription platform too, which is not cool. Let's get you results and get your course launched in a week so you can actually have something to sell and get in the game rather than being stuck on the sidelines with nothing to sell. When I use this method that we're going through here today, I can actually create and launch my courses in about 2 days. I just did one about a week ago. It took me no more than 2 full days to get the course launched. Now, I've been doing this for a while, and there's really no reason to rush quite that fast. I'll help you get your course launched in a week, and that's lots of time with time to spare so that you're ready to start making sales by this time next week. Our programs are perfect for beginners. If you've never launched a course before, even if you're not tech savvy, because I've made it so super simple for you with a plug and play solution to give you everything that you need to create your custom course that your students will absolutely love. I guide you through every step with all the AI prompts to make it super simple to create your first online course and start spreading your message with the world. This is your best option to launch your first online course. And there's never been something that's easier and faster. You get a massive head start and you get your high quality online course launched fast. If you've launched courses in the past and you're looking for a more efficient way to get your courses launched, then this is a good option for you too, because you get a huge upgrade to your course creation process to be able to create even better courses, taking a lot less time. So this is a perfect way to save time in your online business as well. So the 3 options that we have to help you launch your course in less than a week. The first option is our Course Launch AI course. This is our do-it-yourself course that you can log into and complete at any time and launch your course at your own pace. This is perfect if you like to learn on your own at your own pace and have some of the flexibility maybe to work around your busy schedule. For anyone that is currently working during the day and has conflicts and maybe some of their time commitments, then this is a good option to give you flexibility to access the course during evenings or weekends and get your course launched at your own pace. You also get access to our private members Facebook group. So in case you have any questions while you're going through the course, we've got people in there monitoring and answering questions to make sure that you don't get stuck along the way. The second option is our Course Launch AI workshop. This is a live workshop where we meet 3 times next week on Zoom for 1 hour each session, and we actually build your course together. I'm there to look over your shoulder at every step to make sure everything is working and to answer any questions that you have as you're building your course. So this is perfect for people that maybe are not quite as tech savvy or as comfortable with some of this stuff and want help to launch their course so they can make sure everything is correct. If you've wanted to launch an online course for a while, but the tech has gotten in your way, then this is a good option for you to remove a lot of those tech barriers and get your course launched. And the third option is our course launch done for you service. This is where we build most of your course for you. We build your landing page, your email sequences, your sales page, and automate everything in a funnel, all with high converting copy. Then all you have to do is add your expertise in your lead magnets, in your course bonuses, and the course content that you create. So this is perfect if you're thinking, yeah, this all sounds great, but I just don't have time to get all of this done. So you can choose this option and we'll help you launch your course by getting most of the work done. We only do one of these a week. So if you want us to build your course for you, then grab this option pretty quick before someone else does. Any one of these three options is a great way for you to get your course launched in less than a week, depending on the level of support that you would like. So our live workshop has been extremely popular. So let me tell you a little bit more about that. So the live workshop starts on Monday. We have 3 live 1-hour sessions. We meet on Monday, we meet on Wednesday, and we meet on Friday. During those sessions, I'm there live to go through step by step exactly what you need to do to create your course in a week. I give you all the AI prompts, and it's just a matter of cut and paste to get it all done. You also get access to our Facebook group. So in between any of the live sessions, if you have any questions working on some of the homework items, you've got access to support to make sure that you get what you need so that you're not stuck in between the live sessions. After completing any of the 3 options that we have, including the workshop, our Learn on Your Own course, or if we're creating your course for you, this is exactly what you will have created at the end. You will have your high converting landing page. And this is important because this is where your customer's journey begins, right? This is their first point of contact with you as they get to know, like, and trust you. You will have completed your irresistible lead magnet. And this is important because this is how your customers are going to get to know, like, and trust you more as the expert that can help them solve their problems. You'll have completed your email sequence. This is important because you need to continue to nurture your customers before they will buy, since this is very different than physical products. Your irresistible offer. This is probably the most important part because you want to make selling as easy as possible. We don't want to become experts at selling. We want things to sell easy so we can focus on getting our expertise out to the world. Your high converting sales page. This is important because you need to be able to convey the entire value that your offer is giving people. And that's how we do that, is a well-crafted sales page. Your engaging course outline, like we talked about earlier, this is important because your course must be easy for people to understand and produces results for them. Recording your high quality course content. This is important because this is the knowledge, the expertise that your customers are paying you for, right? So this has to be well crafted, and we'll get that created next week as well. Payment processor, checkout page, some of the tech stuff, we'll get all that set up as well so that your customers are ready to or able to pay you. And all of this uses free software and tools, so there are no monthly recurring fees when you're complete at the end of the week. Once you have all of these components, you're ready to sell, and you can make your first sale by next weekend. And we can get all of this done in 1 week because we're using AI to help us get a lot of this done. So the live workshop starts on Monday. We'll meet on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 1 hour each day. We meet at 10 a.m. Central each day for about an hour. Often they run a little bit longer than an hour because there's lots of good questions. I'm helping people with any stumbling blocks or anything they need help with during the calls. So we target about an hour, but sometimes they go a bit longer if there's lots of good questions. On the first day, we take care of all the tech stuff. We get that out of the way. We get ConvertKit set up and with your landing page, your email automation, and your lead magnet. We'll get Thinkific set up. That one's pretty straightforward from the beginning from a tech standpoint, but we'll get that taken care of and out of the way. At the end of Monday's session, you'll have a few homework items. It's not hours and hours or days of work. It's maybe a couple hours of things to do in between sessions to finish your lead magnet, finish your email sequence, and finish your landing page. And I'll show you exactly how to do that on Monday, and ChatGPT does most of it for you anyways. On day 2, we'll determine your course outline and your irresistible offer, and we'll write the copy for your sales page. Well, we'll get ChatGPT to help us write sales copy for your sales page. At the end of the day on Wednesday, there's only, again, a few more homework items to finish your course outline and finish your sales page, and to create, maybe start working on any of the bonuses that you want to include in your offer. On day 3, we're almost done. We'll work on your course content, and we'll get everything finally automated into your funnel at the end. At the end of Friday's session, maybe the only thing you have left is to record some of your course content, if you can get that done Friday. Depending on how long your course is, maybe it takes a little bit longer into the weekend, but that'll essentially be the last thing that you need to do, is record your videos and upload into Thinkific, and then you're ready to launch. It usually doesn't take too long to record your videos because we make it super easy. But if you've got a really long course, maybe it takes a little bit longer, just kind of depends. So by the end of next week, in 3 one-hour live sessions and about 6 or 7 hours of your time in between sessions, you can have your course launched and ready to sell in less than 10 hours of your time next week. That's pretty cool, isn't it? All due to the help that AI can provide us to help get this done. Launching a course, like when I was launching a course a few years ago before AI, it would take 40 to 60 hours to create and launch a course. And this was probably spread out over several months. With the prompts that we use, we can launch your high quality course much faster. When you join the workshop next week, or any of our other programs for that matter, you also get access to our private Facebook group. So you can ask any questions as you're creating your course, in between the live sessions, or while you're going through the course on your own. And afterwards, then you get to stay in the group as well. So you get to join all the people that are already in there. You can bounce questions off them. I'm in there quite a bit, answering questions, helping people with anything post-course, if there's questions with sales or marketing and those sorts of things. So we're gathering a pretty great group of course creators, which is great to be part of when you're launching your first course. So are there any questions about the workshop? Anything we've gone through here? What it includes, how it works, how it's structured, or anything else? Is there any questions before we go into the next part here? Glad everything's making sense. 8 a.m. Pacific is a bad time of the day for me. Yeah, there are definitely commitments. So that's why we do offer a self-study on your own course, because it's hard to pick a time for everybody that works across all time zones. So that's why we do offer the self-study option, and it's a good option too, because there's support to help you through that as well. How often do you run the workshops? Well, the next workshop starts on Monday, so I wouldn't miss out on that one. I'm not sure when the next one is. Maybe it's the week after. We try to do these regularly, but it kind of just depends on other things that are going on. So I would suggest, if you want to jump on this, then Monday's your chance to get in, so that you don't delay this any further. I'm going to show you how to do that. So the live workshop does start on Monday, and I do try to keep the group size pretty small, limited to only 5 people. That way I can provide personalized support to everyone that attends to make sure that you actually get your course launched next week. So registration for the workshop closes Sunday evening, since we start on Monday. That's a good option for you as well. You could also consider our self-study option if the times don't work for you too. So if the workshop does sound like the best option for you, I would grab one of those 5 spots before they're gone. So who's in? Who wants to get their course launched next week? Or do you prefer the old way of 40 to 60 hours, maybe over the next few months, and maybe launch in 6 months from now? Launch on next Friday, or launch in 6 months from now? I know what the proactive course creators will choose. So if you want to start selling your course sooner rather than later, then grab one of those 5 spots for the workshop before they're gone. If you look at other academy gurus that are out there, I know they charge $2,000 for their programs to launch a digital course. Plus, it takes 6 weeks to get through their programs if you're even able to finish all of the course modules. I've been through those programs, and they're making it unnecessarily complicated because they're using outdated methods from 2 years ago. Using AI makes it much easier to launch a course than some of those other programs or academies that you might find out there. So let's use $2,000 as a comparison value. When you join the workshop, you also get my live guided support to launch your course with you. And you don't get that from other programs. So when you get one of the 5 spots in next week's workshop, I show you exactly what to do, which pretty much guarantees your success because I'm right there with you to answer any questions that you have and to make sure that you get your course actually launched. So your success is guaranteed because I'm looking over your shoulder and making sure that everything is correct. Getting guided expert support to build your course with you and getting it guaranteed success to launch in the next week easily gives you another $2,000 in value. Now, I'll let you in on another little secret too, is you don't need to purchase any $10,000 coaching program to launch your course. Everything you need to learn is in $20 books or in free podcast. It's all out there if you know where to look. And it's crazy to me that people can take the contents of a $22 book and package it into a $10,000 coaching program and people buy it. So I'll save you some cash. I've hand selected the best resources you need that a lot of these coaching programs are based on anyways. These are the de facto sources of information for online course sales that the $10,000 coaching programs are just referencing anyway. So you get my personal book and podcast library to save you thousands of dollars in coaching programs. For example, if you want to know how to strengthen your offer so more people buy your course, Alex Hormozi's book, $100 Million Offers, tells you everything that you need to know. I've read it 4 times and I'm probably going to read it again. And it's only 99 cents on Amazon. So resources like that make it super helpful and easy to find the information that you need. I've got a resource for you for every topic that you might encounter with your online business, for webinars, for getting leads, for mindset, and lots more. You get all the information at your fingertips without having to jump into a $10,000 coaching program. So my personal book and podcast library is included with any of the 3 options that you choose. And this library will save you from needing to purchase maybe even just a $5,000 coaching program. Maybe it saves you from taking several coaching programs. So let's assume what I'm giving you here saves you at least $5,000 just to be conservative. Now, I'm also not special. There's a lot of people that are using AI to make money online. There's AI for YouTube, there's AI for investing, and AI for social media. If everyone else is using AI to make money, then why not you too? I don't have access to any industry experts or access to any insider information. I just have a proven roadmap that I follow every time to create and launch a new online course. And I can show you how to do the same with AI doing a lot of the heavy lifting for you so you can get your course launched too and start making money online as well. Once your course is launched, you of course need people to buy it. And there's 2 ways you can do that. You can do that with free organic content, and you can do that with paid ads. When you're just starting out, however, though, I recommend posting organic content. Paid ads are a much tougher game to play, and you should get some experience with organic posting first before going the paid ads route. So when you're posting your organic content, you'll be posting your lead magnet link on social media to attract your ideal customers. And I've got the perfect AI tool that gives you endless content ideas so that you never run out of content to post organically. ChatGPT gives you an endless amount of ideas to create social media content, so you never run out of engaging posts to attract your ideal customers, and you can get them to sign up for your lead magnet. This is what you can use. This tool that I'm going to give you is what you can use to get to your first $10,000 months. When I use this tool, I can create about 2 weeks worth of high quality content in about an hour each week. And you can use this tool to do the same. I actually just updated this tool recently. I don't know if you've read Gary Vaynerchuk's new book that just came out called Day Trading Attention. I took the concepts that he talks about in his book there and incorporated them into this tool. So this tool is essentially like having all of VaynerMedia working for you. Now, I don't know how to put a value on Gary V's entire media team, but let's assume this tool gives you the work of at least one person, a person that you don't need to hire into your business because AI can do a lot of the work for you. Let's assume this tool saves you at least $1,000 a month. I'm sure it saves you more than that, but let's just assume $1,000 per month. So this tool is included with any of the 3 options that you purchase. I want you to be fully satisfied with any of our course launch AI programs. So if for any reason you're not satisfied, please let me know and I'll give you your money back. I want you to be excited about your new online course and the opportunity that lies in front of you. So I guarantee that you'll be happy with any of our course launch programs, or I'll give you your money back. Once your course is launched and you're driving traffic to your landing page, you'll need to test your funnel and optimize it. And your audience will tell you by their actions if they like what you're offering. So you'll possibly need to make some adjustments to your funnel to optimize conversion rates at each stage of it. So I've got a guide that shows you exactly how to do this, what metrics to look for, where to find the numbers, and what to charge based on your results. So there's no guesswork. And after generating traffic to test your funnel and using this guide to troubleshoot any bottlenecks, you'll be optimized for sales through all stages of your funnel. This is included in any of the 3 options that you choose as well. Without optimizing your funnel, though, you will be missing sales because your conversion rates will be lower than they need to be. So you do need to test and troubleshoot your funnel. And when you do this using this guide that I've included, you can easily double or triple your sales by getting better conversion rates. So let's assume this guide generates another $1,000 per month for you. It probably helps you get more sales, but let's assume an extra $1,000 goes into your pocket once you've tested and optimized your funnel. So with everything that you get, with any of the 3 options that you choose, the course launch AI system to launch your course in less than a week with the help of AI, valued at $2,000, my live guided support when you join next week's workshop to look over your shoulder, answer all your questions, and make sure everything is correct, valued at $2,000. My personal book and podcast library, which easily saves you at least $5,000 in coaching programs when you know where to get the information that you need. My endless content idea generator to sell your course that saves you at least $1,000 per month. And my test and troubleshoot guide that helps you optimize your funnel and gets you an extra $1,000 per month. Everything that you get is easily worth more than $11,000 for any of the 3 options that you choose. And most importantly, when you complete one of our 3 programs, you've got a revenue generating asset, your course that is ready to sell, that quickly covers the cost of $11,000. So even at $11,000, any of these 3 options would still be a good investment for you to get and get a high return on investment. In fact, when you look out there, there are other online programs that will charge you more than $11,000 to help you create your online course business. Plus, it takes many weeks longer, and they're full of just so much fluff that it gets very difficult to complete. But that's not what we charge. And I'm sure that we easily could charge $11,000 for our program, since you'll get that return on investment pretty quick. We offer much more value, though. If you prefer to have us create your course for you, the cost for our done for you option is only $24.97, and we can save you a bunch of time by getting your course launched in less than a week for you. If you're not that tech savvy and you prefer to get my support during next week's workshop, where we meet 3 times on Zoom live next week to make sure you're doing everything correctly and we launch your course together, the cost to join next week's workshop is only $9.97, where I can help you get your course launched in a week and answer all the questions that you have so you don't get bogged down in any of that tech, which pretty much guarantees your success. Or if you're not so bad with the tech, or if you have time conflict issues and you prefer to have more flexibility to learn on your own at your own pace, then our course may be a good option for you too, since it's only $4.97 to enroll, and you get everything you need to launch your course in less than a week. All 3 of these options allow you to launch your course as easy and as fast as possible, depending on the level of support that you would like. No matter your level of experience with online courses, we've got a support option that meets you where you're at. And one more thing, for next week's workshop and for the Done For You course creation, I believe that you should get value first before you pay. It's like that when you go to a restaurant, you enjoy a fabulous meal and then you pay the bill at the end, right? When you go to the hairdresser, you get your hair cut and colored first, and then you pay the hairdresser. When you get your kitchen remodeled, all of your new cabinets and countertops, everything's installed first. And then once you're happy with the work, then you pay the final invoice. It's like that for a lot of things, and it should be the same for online services as well, shouldn't it? So to enroll in next week's workshop, all I ask is that you save your seat today for only $20. When you save your seat today, you can join next week's workshop and get your course built and launched in less than a week. And once you get value, then you can pay the workshop fee at the end of the workshop. If at any time during the workshop you're not happy, you can withdraw and cancel your final payment at any time. You won't be charged at the end of the workshop, and I'll even give you your 20 bucks back. I can only do this because I know this workshop delivers. I've hosted this workshop several times, and everyone that's joined has been over the moon excited to launch their new courses. And I know that you'll get great results as well. The same applies if you want us to create your course for you. With a $100 deposit, we'll get started creating your course right away. And when we're complete and you've seen what we've created, then you can pay at the end. My intention is to deliver you amazing value first and work with you to build and launch your online course with the help of AI. So let's get that done first so that you're excited to make your final payment in a week from now and start selling your course and getting your return on investment right away. And remember, we start on Monday, so you have until Sunday evening to save your seat. By Sunday evening, the link that you see at the bottom of this screen won't be available anymore. And as I mentioned earlier, the workshop is limited to the first 5 people that join. So if you want in, be sure to get one of the 5 spots before they're gone at the link that's at the bottom of the page there. If you've wanted to create your online course for a while, if you've thought about it for a couple years, here's your opportunity to get it done in less than a week and start generating revenue right away. The thing is, if you want to make money online, then you first need something to sell. So if you want to stop sitting on the sidelines and watching everyone else's success, then you need to get in the game with your first online course. And you can get started with any of the 3 options at AICourseCreator.ai/workshop. When you go to this link, you can select one of the 3 options that we've discussed, depending on the level of support that you would like. So just note it's not .com, it's .ai. So when you're typing that in there, just make sure you got .ai. Make sure you enter AICourseCreator.ai/workshop, and that'll get you to the page where you can select any of the 3 options. Here's some feedback that we got from one of our recent workshops. From Craig. He's creating a course on good sales money mastery. I'll play the Zoom audio of his feedback. Let me know in the chat if the audio is working.
There's just so much information out there, but most of the information is fluff. The fluff to pay another 6 grand or 10 grand to do something else, but they're not actually giving you the meat. And you've given me just so much meat today. I just want to just tip off the hat that I don't have on to you, just based on just your authenticity and just your patience, just going through this information and giving us the real meat that we need to get this from the ground up. So thank you.
He also went on to say, then forget all the courses that are out there that want to charge you thousands of dollars, only to have to put even more money into your business just to get it started. Paul's tactics and value is unmatched. I easily 10x'd what I paid. So that's great feedback from Craig. Carla from a couple of weeks ago, she had the following feedback. She's creating a project management course for environmental scientists, and she said she had thought about creating a course like this for about 2 years and had no idea how to craft the whole program. I accomplished more during the workshop than I have in the last 2 years. I know from experience that I would not have done this without you. So thank you, Paul. And then also from George, he's creating a course on selling e-commerce, and we've been having a great time with him this week. This was his feedback.
I got to tell you, this morning I was very, very nervous about doing this. I just kind of felt like I was being thrown into the deep blue sea, and I don't know how to swim.
And how do you feel about it now?
Oh man, I'd be kicking myself in the butt if I hadn't done this. No, this is good. I'm gonna, go through the video, and like I said, I've been doing this for like 3.5 years. I tried it before, and it just didn't work. I've tried doing courses. I've tried everything I'm trying for years. And now all of a sudden, everything is coming together. This is, this has been really great. I'm just blown away.
So people are really loving our workshop. We're having lots of fun helping people get their courses launched. Linda, you've got a question. How do I know my course ideas are even a good one? So those links that I shot in the chat earlier for Idea Generator, Niche Validator, particularly that niche validator, that's the one that will help you determine if your course idea is a good one, because we do want to confirm there's demand before generating your course. So definitely check out that link. If you have any questions, just shoot me an email and I can help you get through that. So I'm meeting with this week's workshop group tomorrow to finalize their courses and get them launched. So if you want to get your course launched next week, then don't miss your chance. Go to AICourseCreator.ai/workshop, select the option that's best for you, and we'll get your course launched next week. Here's one other bonus that I've got for you here too. For anyone that enrolls by the end of this presentation, I'll send you our ChatGPT prompt guide. This is what makes up a perfect prompt to get results from ChatGPT, because if you ask better questions, you'll get better answers. And this is what actually the prompt engineers you hear about in Silicon Valley that are using and making $300,000 a year to create prompts. You can use this to streamline your online business and 10x your productivity. You can get ChatGPT essentially to help you with anything that you want when you know how to create the perfect prompts to save time with your online business. So anyone that registers in any of the three options by the end of this presentation, and for anyone that wants to 10x their productivity, I'll send you a copy of this prompt guide right away so you can get started. So who wants to finally get their course launched in a week? If you've thought about it for a while, go to AICourseCreator.ai/workshop and get started right away. There really is no risk when you choose any of the three options that are available there, because when you save your workshop seat for only $20, you can withdraw at any time. You won't be charged the final fee, and I'll even give you your $20 back. Susan's asking, how do you offer the same price when courses can be varying lengths? How do I offer the same price? Well, the methods that we use to use AI, it all makes it super simple. Whether you've got a $47 little puppy training course, that's actually the example that I use when we go through the workshop, or if you've got a course that is, say, takes someone's 4 weeks to complete because it's that in depth, then the process to create that course is the same. We use the same prompts to generate landing page copy, course outlines, course content. So that's why it can be the same, as the process is the same. I actually do have much longer courses in some of the previous courses I was selling in my engineering efforts, and those are 6 weeks programs. They're quite in-depth and involved. So certainly programs are going to be bigger than others. If it's a small little puppy training body training class, then it's going to be a lot smaller and simple, right? And your prices that you charge for your course are going to reflect that. I have a book that can be one course and can be broken into several with virtually no additional work. That's all. That is a very good plan. Is some of these big courses, it does make sense to break them down into smaller courses, because if you can charge a lower price and you can solve a smaller problem for somebody, then you can have a graduated program, right? Is if you solve that smaller problem for them and people can get to know, like, and trust you, they've made a smaller investment, they can see that your courses work, that it's much easier to sell them your second course, your third course, your fourth course. And we can structure your programs like that as well. A graduated sales sequence like that is perfect, rather than giving them, here's all of my experience in a $2,000 course and trying to sell that. That can be a bit tougher game. Break it up into smaller pieces, get that first smaller sale, show people that you can help them, and then solve the next problem. That's a good way to do it too. So yeah, this is, if anybody wants to create their course, then this is a pretty easy way to get it done with no risk to you, with the upside that at the end of getting my help, you have a course launch next week and you can start selling it and getting your ROI right away. So if there's one piece of advice I can give you, is don't overthink your first course. You don't need a website. You don't need a bunch of complicated tech. You don't need to build this huge, big, elaborate course. There's really only two things that you need. You need something to sell, which is your course, and you need a way to contact people. That's it. The internet helps us contact as many people as you want. So you can choose your favorite way to contact people, if that's by email or social media or phone or Morse code or smoke signals, whatever you want. There's an infinite number of ways to contact people and sell if you've got something to sell. So get your first course out there so you can continue to learn and grow and understand this online course industry. and get your course launched fast in the next week so you can get in the game and start figuring all this stuff out. So here's how this works. When you go to AICourseCreator.ai/workshop, you'll be taken to this page. This page makes it very simple to enroll. When you scroll down on this page at the bottom, you'll see this purple icon. And this is where you can click to select the option you prefer. Click on this purple icon and you'll be taken to this page. You can review the 3 options that we've discussed today, and you can determine the level of support that you would like. And then when you scroll down, this is where you can choose one of the 3 options to launch your course. The first option is if you want to learn on your own. The second option is if you would like to attend next week's live workshop and get my personalized support. You can save your seat for only $20. And the third option is to get us to create your course for you. And you can leave your $100 deposit on this page to get that process started right away. So choose the option that you prefer depending on the level of support that you would like. Fill in the rest of the information on this page and then click submit at the bottom. It's really as easy as that as getting started. That's all it takes to get started launching your first course. And this is sometimes what a lot of people struggle with the most, is just getting started, right? So we've made it super easy for you to take the first step to launch your course. Next, you'll be taken to this confirmation page. This page lets you know exactly what you need to do next. So be sure to read the information on this page so you don't miss any of the important details to get your course launched. There are important things on this page, so please be sure to read it. You'll also receive a welcome email that has the same information on the confirmation page with everything that you need to get your course login details, or how to prepare for the workshop, or how to submit your information if we are building your course for you. This email is very important, so when you do choose one of those 3 options, please make sure to read it so that you don't miss anything and so that you're ready to launch. So check your email once you've enrolled and you'll know exactly what you need to do next so you're ready to start launching your course next week. So there's a reason you signed up for this presentation. You entered your name and email to get this Zoom link. You showed up and you've attended this presentation today because you want to create an online course. And the challenge most people have with creating their online course is just taking that first step to get started. Well, that first step to get started is right here, and we've made it super easy as we possibly can for you to take that first step to launching your online course. With the 3 levels of support that we offer, you can get the help you're looking for to take your first step and actually get your course launched. When you choose one of the 3 options to launch your course, then you're on your way to getting your course launched next week. It's as easy as that to get started. And when you follow my guidance, your success is guaranteed. We've made it super easy to launch your course when you go to AICourseCreator.ai/workshop, and you can choose any of the 3 options that are best for you. In 1 week from now, you'll have a shiny new course that you can tell your friends and family that you're making money online. If you've ever had any doubts about creating an online course, if you've suffered from imposter syndrome, or that you don't feel qualified to teach, or that you're not sure that you can figure out the tech or get this all done, well, this is how you overcome those barriers. This is the most efficient way to create and launch your online course. There's no way really that you can fail when you get our help with one of these 3 support options that are available. Your friends and family will be pretty jealous in a week from now when you tell them about your new course that you've created, and they'll want an online course of their own too. So go to AICourseCreator.ai/workshop and take the first steps to launch your online course business. I'll help you get your course launched next week so that you're ready to start making online sales. Awesome. So that's the end of the presentation. I do have time for some Q&A. I can see that there's some seats that are already been taken here. So There's maybe a couple left if you want to get in there and jump on one of those options. Liz is saying this is such a great opportunity to have you go, but I am figuring out which way to go. Thank you. I wouldn't miss your chance. I'd jump on this right now, Liz. If you need any help figuring out which way to go, let me know and we'll get you the information that you're looking for. So if there are any more questions, enter them into the chat and I'll get your questions answered. While you do that, maybe I can ask you a question in what has been your biggest challenge creating your online course? If you've thought about this for a few years, I hear that from our workshop attendees that they've thought about creating a course for a couple of years, but they never actually just got it done. What are some of those barriers, or what are some of those challenges that have gotten in your way from actually getting your course launched? Let me know in the chat. What's been preventing you? Are there things that have been holding you back from actually getting your course launched? I did see some comments on if you have a good course idea. So I know a lot of people struggle with that as they see people online that are really having a lot of success with their online courses and they think, well, I want to do that too. You've maybe got some ideas, but you don't quite know where to start. You don't know if your idea is a good one. And that was me a long time ago too, is I had some course ideas based on my corporate experience, but they actually weren't good ideas. Nobody wanted the problems that I was solving. So that's what led me to create that niche validator. Is now that I've been through this and I can see what works and what doesn't, there are some key market indicators that determine if your course idea is good or not. And that's what's in that niche validator, is to help you get some of those ideas and verify that they're actually good ideas before and creating a course, before spending all this time to put a course together only to find out that nobody wants it. So definitely check out some of those links that I sent you. Someone last week did mention that they did have imposter syndrome, and while they thought they had good experience, they weren't sure that they were qualified to teach. Now, one thing I will say is that this is the great thing about the internet and online courses is when you think of the internet, that's essentially an infinite market, right? How many people are on the internet? Billions. Not all 8 billion, but there's several billion people on there, right? So you can basically think of that as an infinite number of people. So when you think that way, then people are looking for that unique connection in how people can help them. So what's an example? There would be lots of people online that teach dog training, right? But when people see your content online, they're going to connect with the way that you speak and the way that you teach and the way that you can help them, as opposed to the next person, right? And that's how there's room for everybody when you consider an infinite market in the internet and you consider that personal connection that people are making on the internet. That's how I've gotten over that imposter syndrome, is to know that there's people out there that are looking for my help, even if there's other people that may be helping with some of the other course topics that I've created in the past. So imposter syndrome doesn't need to be a reason to hold you back. Is when you get your information out there and you put your ideas and thoughts on the internet, there's someone out there that's looking for your help. If you still are on the fence or considering any of our 3 options, then if you don't go with one of these 3 options, then do you have a 4th option? What's your plan to launch your course if you don't go with this? How are you going to get it done? Are you going to go with a 4th or 5th option of maybe trying to do this on your own, or trying to get your course launched faster and easier? Or is your plan maybe just to think about this a little bit more and get stuck in that trap of never actually taking that action to get your course launched? If you want to get your course launched, then everything you need is right here. And this is the easiest method to get it done. So select the support option that is best for you and get your course launched next week, because I don't want you to get stuck in that trap of delaying any further. I started out that way originally too, thinking I want to create an online course, but I went in circles for the longest time before I actually just bit the bullet and did it and got it done. So you can still be working on your course in 2 weeks from now and thinking about it, while others that have taken the first step, they're already getting results and they're already making sales. So I don't want you to be in the same position you're in right now in 2 weeks from now, or in a month from now, or even in a year from now with no course to sell and still thinking about launching your course. So don't get stuck in this situation. Jump on one of these options and we'll get your information out there to the world. So I do sometimes, well, I actually always get this question people ask me is, what if I don't have a big audience? How will I be able to sell my course? Well, a big audience doesn't actually mean a lot of sales. I see people that have like 150,000 followers and they do the big course launch, and you know how many courses they sold? Like 50 or 100. So a big launch does not mean, a big list does not mean big sales. And I recently listened to this podcast of a lady that had 5,800 followers and she was making $1 million a year. So I posted the podcast link there on Spotify. If you think that a big audience is required, definitely check out that podcast, because I was amazed at what she was doing with a small audience of 5,800 at making $1 million a year. And I thought I'd share that link with you so you can check it out as well. So a large audience is absolutely not required when you have a valuable offer that people actually want. So another question I get asked is, I'm not tech savvy at all. Will I be able to keep up with the workshop? Well, the workshop is designed specifically for you. We've got George going through it this week, and he's 76 years old, and he's not tech savvy, and he's having a great time. We're getting his course launched, and I've made it super simple for him. You heard his feedback earlier. He loves it. So we know that you've got great information to share, and we want to get rid of those tech barriers. So that's why I designed that workshop, is to go through everything in the workshop with you to show you exactly what to do. So we don't even move on to the next step until everyone on the call is ready and complete, so that nobody gets left behind. The workshop really is as easy as logging into this Zoom presentation, and since you managed to do that, then you'll have no problem keeping up with everything in the workshop. Sometimes people ask, what if I can't get my course fully finished next week because I have a longer course? And I understand life is busy. There's lots of other commitments and lots of other things going on. So if you can't quite finish your course with everything that we put together, then you'll sure be awfully close. There's maybe a last few things to record your content to upload into Thinkific. And then when you do that, then you'll be ready to launch your course. So either way, you'll have everything in place with just a few last things to complete that you can easily do when you have some more free time. So you can launch as soon as possible. Some people ask about the quality of a course created in just a week, or the lack of personalization from AI. And these are certainly valid concerns, but we do not want to create a terrible course. We only want a high quality course that our customers will absolutely love. And that's exactly what we create next week, is a high quality course, all automated with the right touch of personalization from you. And I show you how AI can do most of the work for you, and show you then where you need to add your personality to make the course great. You'll be able to customize anything that you get from ChatGPT so that you can make your course exceptional. AI gives us the speed to be able to create high quality courses in a short amount of time that your customers will absolutely be amazed by. Awesome. So I'm not seeing any more questions in the chat. So let's end the discussion here for today. Go to AICourseCreator.ai/workshop and enroll now, and we'll get your course launched next week. I'll show you the easiest and fastest method to launch your high quality course that you can start selling right away. Two things before we conclude. Watch your email, because I will send you a link to this replay so that you can review it and check it out again. I'll also send you the link that you see on the screen so that you can select which option is right for you and get started right away. So lots of good questions, lots of good discussion. I want to thank everyone for joining, and I hope to see you next week during the workshop or in any of our other course options. Have a great day.